Hello folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the show where I give you guys the latest that happened in movie news throughout the week, and then I give you guys my personal take on the matter at hand. I'm Putnam, and let's jump into some news involving Batgirl, and so it was reported that Joss Whedon, the man who helped Zack Snyder finish Justice League after he left, and the man who brought us both Avengers movies, but now it's been reported that Joss Whedon has now exited Batgirl following months after he was brought on the project. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was excited about Joss Whedon writing and directing a Batgirl film. I loved Avengers, didn't love the second one, Age of Ultron, but that was a fun film, and Justice League, fun but very messy and a very rushed and muddled film, I thought. But according to Joss Whedon, he said that he was very excited about Batgirl, he said he was very excited about the project, but he just couldn't crack down on the story. Now, I know a lot of people that have been saying, talk about laziness. And here's the thing, yes, maybe laziness could play a factor in it, but maybe the whole thing is, maybe he just didn't have the passion that we all thought he had in it. I mean, sure, yeah, you could be as excited as you could possibly be about a project, but if you're just not that passionate about it, you can't even crack down a single story. It does sad me that Joss Whedon has left, but if anything, we could take the time to maybe hire a female writer-director, and I'll just hand out a few names. Greta Gerwig is one. She just got nominated for an Oscar for directing Lady Bird, which is a great film if you haven't seen it. Also, Catherine Bigelow, if you want a bigger name. There's also a bit of a smaller name in the foreign world named Julia Ducournau, who did Raw. I was excited about this. It does kind of bum me out, but at the same time, this does give an opportunity for a female director to do Batgirl. I mean, heck, I would love to see that personally. Alright, so our next news story is on Creed 2, more specifically, why Ryan Coogler didn't return to direct it. I love Creed. Ryan Coogler is becoming one of the best filmmakers working today, and he's only made 3 films, but each film is incredible. Fruitvale Station, Creed, that was my 3rd favorite film of the year, and Black Panther, which is one of my favorite films of the year, up there with Annihilation. I don't know if it was reported originally that Ryan Coogler was going to come back to direct Creed 2. I was hoping for that, but it was reported that Stallone was writing the script for Creed 2, which does worry me. But it was reported that, I can't remember the guy's name who's directing it right now, but I'll put his name right here. But supposedly, Ryan Coogler had great things to say about him and that he actually went to film school with him. And he was saying the reasons why he couldn't do it was because of timing and because he just couldn't do it because I imagine he's a busy guy. I mean, now he's working on, I believe his 4th film was about the Atlanta school cheating scandal, I believe, and he's working on it with Michael B. Jordan again, which all for it. And also Stallone himself said that they wanted to strike the iron while it was still hot, which the reasoning given right there is fine. But at the same time, knowing that Coogler isn't back to write and direct this thing does make me skeptical. And plus, Stallone isn't the best screenwriter. I mean, he did write the first Rocky, but still, I still worries. Now, there is one thing that does excite me very much about Creed 2, and it's the fact that it looks like that not only Dolph Lundgren is returning as Ivan Drago, but apparently his son is going to be in the film, who Michael B. Jordan, as Adonis Creed, is going to fight. That storyline does get me excited, but just knowing that Ryan Coogler is only involved in an executive producer role, that really does worry me. Currently, Creed 2 is slated to come out this Thanksgiving. I believe it is filming at the moment right now. It just started production, so who knows, this film could blow me away, knowing that Ryan Coogler is saying, hey, I love this guy who's directing, I went to film school with him, I think he's a great filmmaker. So, who knows, it could blow me away, but as this moment, just, Our next news story up is Aquaman. Are you guys excited to see it? I am very excited to see Aquaman, like you guys have no idea. So it's been reported that the first test screening has officially been underway, and there were many great reactions, all positive apparently. Here's the thing, these are test screenings, alright, and these are the same people, I believe, from what I saw on Collider Video. These are the same people apparently that called Justice League epic, and I didn't think Justice League was epic. I thought it was a fun movie, but here's the thing, this is from James Wan, who has made nothing but good stuff. I mean, I haven't seen Death Sentence, which I heard bad things about, but honestly, I haven't seen a bad film from James Wan. I mean, if you ask me, I think Furious 7 or The First Conjuring is his best film. I'm just very skeptical on this test screening because test screenings literally are the same people. I believe they're the same people who go for cinema score, and they gave Justice League, I'm pretty sure, like a B+, A-, I'll put the actual score right there, but still, very excited about it nonetheless. And our final news story of today revolves around Bond 25, and apparently, Danny Boyle might be directing it, who I think is a great choice. I mean, he's the choice that I would have never seen coming, but in terms of directors that I think would be a great choice now that I think about it, yeah, Danny Boyle fits the bill. Now, if you guys haven't seen Danny Boyle's previous films, he did Slumdog Millionaire, he did 127 Hours, personally my favorite film of his, 28 Days Later, and he also did Steve Jobs, one of my favorite films of 2015. If you guys haven't seen Steve Jobs, check that movie out. It is so good. Nothing is on the deadline yet, but it was reported that Danny Boyle is writing the story for Bond 25 at the moment, and I believe is going to pitch it to the producers soon. He has a very kinetic style, which I think would be a lot of fun for a Bond film, and knowing that this is Daniel Craig's final outing as Bond, I think that this would be a great way for Daniel Craig to say goodbye to Bond. Alright guys, and that is all that I had for movie news this week. My apologies that there wasn't a lot to talk about. That was kind of a bit of a slow week this week, and plus I guarantee you guys didn't really want to hear about a story about a Flamin' Hot Cheetos inspired movie. I mean, I saw that, it's like, that's the stupidest thing ever. But nonetheless, guys, please comment down, let me know below. How do you guys feel about Joss Whedon exiting Batgirl? Are you guys bummed like I am, or do you think that's the right choice? Also, who would you recommend to direct Batgirl? Also, how do you feel about Ryan Coogler's statements on why he is not directing Creed 2? Are you guys skeptical about Creed 2 knowing he is not directing? Or are you guys excited that another Rocky movie is coming out? And also, how do you feel about the test screening reactions for Aquaman? Are you guys still on the fence about it, knowing that these are still just your regular average moviegoers? Or does this make you more excited about Aquaman? And also Danny Boyle maybe directing Bond 25. Are you guys a big fan of Danny Boyle? Or do you feel like that no one should just direct this one? Or even Denis Villeneuve, who I think is a perfect choice as well. Let me know below. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's show. If so, please hit that like button, share, and subscribe to see more new shows just like this one. If you guys want to see any of our previous 2 new shows, please click either right there or there. And until next time, we will see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys.